Good evening, everyone. This is Rob Johnson with the Straggett Media Network. We're coming to you from Barberton High School, home of the Magic, as we have a huge playoff regional semifinal battle between the Canfield Cardinals and the Marlington Lady Dukes. We're getting ready for the national anthem and the starting lineups, so we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
The Commissioner of the Board of Control of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Barberton City Schools extends to you each a cordial welcome to this regional semifinal basketball tournament game in Division II between Canfield High School and Marlington High School. The athletes playing here today are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. The officials assigned this game have been selected by the basketball coaches in Ohio through a system approved by the Board of Control. The officials for this game this evening: Daniel Goff with 8 years of experience, Ivory Smith with 11 years of experience, and Marie Martin with 16 years of experience, and our alternate this evening, Joshua Fritz, with 16 years of experience. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio Athletic Association. You are requested to regard them and treat them in keeping with the ideals of good sportsmanship. In perception and practice, good sportsmanship shall be defined as those qualities of behavior which are characterized by generosity and genuine concern for others. Canfield High School enters tonight's contest with a record of 24 wins and 1 loss. They are coached by Matt Will, assistant principal Janet Baker, and Todd Wadlansky. Marlington High School enters tonight's contest with a record of 24 wins and 2 losses. They are coached by Mike Skalulis, assistant Kurt Miller, Haley Hartley, and Liz Kramer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the players, beginning with the team members. For the Cardinals, number 0, Gracie Kristen. Number 3, Sophia Castronova. Number 5, Marina Cohen. Number 10, Emma Rubin. Number 15, Macy Kalani. Number 20, Sammy Economist. Number 22, Carly Fleming. Number 24, Aileen Arquette.
All right, folks, here we go. We're here at Barberton for the regional semifinals between the Marlington Lady Dukes and the Canfield Lady Cardinals. Should be an interesting matchup, shouldn't it, John?
Yeah, as their last matchup earlier in the season, Canfield won 49-48 in a last second game, and you got probably the two top programs in the bracket going head-to-head. Canfield went last game for the district finals. Canfield went against Salem, which is another huge matchup.
Well, yeah, Salem beat both these teams.
Yep, and Marlington split the series with Salem and lost to Canfield 49-48. So those are three tough programs,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Two of those teams being from the EBC, the Eastern Buckeye Conference. And I believe both those teams are on pretty solid winning streaks right now. I believe that isn't Canfield like on a 17-game winning streak right now? That's according to Max Preps anyways. And then
17-game win streak, and Marlington has a 9-game win streak.
So
obviously you want to continue your win streak during the tournament.
Absolutely. So let's get into our starting lineups here. We've got number 1, Carly Harmon. Number 4, Cammie Dill. Number 11, Jenna Treveri. Number 14, Kate Salee. And number 30, Abby Muckleroy. For the Lady Dukes, we have number 1, Maria Warner. Number 4, Lexi Miller. Number 11, Chelsea Evanich. Number 15, Ava Collins. And number 30, Elizabeth Mason, who in the last game did crest 1,000 points for her career. So here we go, as it will be Evanich. And it looks like Muckleroy jumping for the tip. And Canfield comes away with the tip, as that will be Cammie Dill bringing it across the timeline. She's going to get it over to the right side, back over to the left to Harmon. Into the corner to Salee. Out to the top to Muckleroy for 3. Rims out, no good. Rebounded. And we've got a scrum here.
I'm going to say jump ball.
Yep, we're going to have a jump ball. I'll tell you what, John, this is a great facility for a basketball game, especially a playoff basketball game. The atmosphere is great. Beautiful facility, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. It's kind of almost an NBA-style basketball arena.
So Warner over to Mason on the right wing. She's going to dribble. She's going to get it off to Miller. Miller's going to back down, kicks it out to Evanich. Evanich dribbles, spins, back to Miller. Miller to Warner on the right wing. She's going to dribble, pulls it back out. Inside to Collins, tapped away. And it will stay Marlington ball. So Lexi Miller, Maria Warner will inbound as she gets it to Elizabeth Mason, back to Warner. Warner's on the right wing. She's going to get it over to Mason on the right wing. She's going to dribble, loses it, gets it back, picks up her dribble. She needs some help to Evanich. Evanich turns, loses it, gets it taken away. That's going to be Salee. And they're coming the other way as Muckleroy to Dill, to Salee, into the corner to Treveri, to Muckleroy, kicks it out to Dill for 3, that's Harmon. It's early yet, folks. We're still trying to get the name straight. So the Canfield Lady Cardinals will retain possession. Salee will inbound. She's going to dump it inside. Nice pass. And that's going to be Carly Harmon with the first bucket of the ball game. That's going to make it 2-0 Lady Cards. As Warner's going to dribble, she's guarded tightly. Over to Evanich, into the corner to Collins. Collins going to be stolen, coming the other way by Treveri. Treveri dumps it off to Salee. She's going to bring it. Kicks it back out top for 3. Bang! Just like that, it's 5-0, 5:47 first quarter. here in this regional OHSAA semifinal. So Collins over to Mason. She's going to get it. Kicks it off to Warner for three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals as they will bring it the other way. That's going to be Dill. Out top to Treveri. To McElroy for three. Bang! And it's going to be 8-0. And Coach Tadulis says, enough of that. Let's take a quick timeout, talk about it. So will we. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. And we're back, folks, as Evanich will inbound for the Lady Dukes. So Evanich to Warner. She'll walk it up the backcourt. She'll be picked up by Treveri at half court. She's going to dribble. Kicks it inside to Evanich. Evanich back out to Ava Collins on the left wing. Up top to Mason. Mason dribbles to Miller. Miller's going to turn, spins, shot, and she'll be fouled. So Lexi Miller will go to the free throw line. That foul. Not sure who they called that on. Shot up, and it's good. Second shot is no good. So we've got 8-1. Canfield, as Salee will push it up, gets it to Dill, to Harmon, back to Salee, over to McElroy, over to Treveri. Treveri's going to dribble, gets it back to Salee, to Harmon on the left wing. She's going to dribble, back out top to Salee. She's going to dribble, backs in, spins. Stolen by Warner as Miller gets it, up the floor to Collins, back to Warner. Warner guarded by Salee. She's going to be picked up by Dill. Nice dump off to Advantage. Shot up, it's good. That's going to make it 8-3. Lady Cards, 4:01 first quarter. As Salee gets it up to Treveri, she's going to push, pulls across the timeline. Stolen by Collins, up to Mason. You know she's going to push, takes to the hoop, and she'll be fouled. Nice play by Elizabeth Mason to take it strong. .348 first quarter here. Shot up, it's good. It's going to make it 8-4. Checking into the ball game is Cami Ritz for the Cardinals. Treveri will sit. Second shot by Mason, up and good. So we've got 8-5, 3:48 as the Dukes come out in a full court press. Up the floor, they split it, and Dill will come to the hoop. Shot up, it's good. 9-5, 3:40 as the Dukes are coming the other way. Across the center stripe, Warner dribbling up top. She's looking, turns, gives it off to Miller. She's going to dribble top of the circle, spins, kicks it to Collins in the corner. She's going to drive. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Collins, nice follow, and they're going to throw it away out of bounds. I get the feeling the Dukes, Lady Dukes are playing a little bit tight right now.
Well, this is their first regional semifinal game in school history.
Yeah, they finally got over the hump there at the district finals as Collins and Mason pressed McElroy, and they're going to get her for a travel.
Yep. Well, getting closer and closer and going farther down the bracket, the little things are going to start adding up, whether it's a travel, a thrown possession away, making or missing your foul shots. Everything's under a microscope.
And we had an away from the ball foul. That's going to be on. It's going to be on the Dukes. So McElroy to Dill, back over to McElroy. Back up top, gets it over to Dill, tapped away, picked up by Mason.
Nice save there.
Warner up the floor to Evanich. She's going to spin back to Warner. She fakes, dribbles, tops the circle, dribbles left, kicks it to Mason. Mason's going to drive baseline, reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by McElroy. McElroy's going to come the other way. She's pushing across the center stripe. Gets it back to Dill to Harmon. Harmon on the left wing, kicks it into the corner to McElroy, back up top to Harmon, to McElroy for three, off, bang.
13-5.
I'll tell you what, that kind of tailed off and then caught the back of the rim and dripped right down that basket, didn't it? Had a little English. Evanich for two, short, no good. 13-5, 1:45 left in this first quarter as the Cards into Harmon to Dill, dumps it off inside, and Ava Collins is right there for it. And we're going to have a jump ball. Nice play by Collins to reach in and grab that ball. Cammie Ritz was in deep down there.
Well, it was a nice pass, too, so it's a good job by Ava Collins to really just shut that down before it was an easy layup.
Absolutely. So Treveri checks back in, as well as Grace McKiston. Treveri into the corner to McQuiston, to McElroy, to Treveri, to Salil. Salil's going to dribble. She's going to get it back to McElroy. Over to Treveri, dumps it inside to Salil. She's going to dribble. Back over to McElroy, to Kalina, to McElroy, to Salil. She's going to drive. Treveri fakes. Salil to the hoop. Shot up, off the rim, rebounded by Mason. Mason's coming the other way. She's going to go across the center stripe over to Warner. Warner's dribbling, back to Mason. Mason's going to fake, kicks it. Warner for three, short. Rebounded by the Cards. Treveri's pushing the other way. She's going to dribble, kicks it over to Salil. She fakes, drives, kicks it back out top.
Loses it.
She was trying to get it to McQuiston and threw it out of bounds. 35.8 seconds left in this first quarter.
I tell you what, I know the Lady Cards want that one back, but the Lady Dukes are thankful for that little present.
So Collins inside to Mason to Warner for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be Cardinal ball. 13-5. 21.9 seconds left in this very first quarter as the Cards are going to walk it up the backcourt. 15 seconds. Treveri dribbles up top, guarded by Warner, gets it off to Salil. Salil to McQuiston for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be tapped out of bounds with 0.9 seconds. Duke ball. So Ivanich is going to inbound. She's going to try to get it up the floor to Mason. Shot for three, no good. So that's how we're going to end the first quarter. 13-5, Lady Cardinals. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes. And we're back, folks. We got a new sponsor today, don't we, John?
Yeah, Anthony Petiti Organic Greenhouse, and we also have Struble Water Heating and Trucking, hauling and trucking.
Yeah, there's some good dudes there. They actually bring my water for my pool. So, inbounding is Ava Collins for the Dukes at midcourt. She's going to get it into Maria Warner in the backcourt. 13-5, Canfield leads as Warner's going to dribble. She's guarded by Treveri to Mason, over to Evanich. Evanich is going to dribble, spins, backs down, turns, shot, good.
Oh, she traveled though.
So the Lady Dukes turn the ball over as Salih gets it into McElroy, back over to Salih. Double teamed, pushes it up the floor to Dill, to Harmon. Advantage, cuts it off. Nice play, way to get back. Shot for three, off the rim. Rebounded by Treveri. Over to Salih, to Dill. Dill's gonna dribble on the right wing, back up top to McElroy on the left wing, bang. 16-5, 7:15 in the second quarter. Ava Collins, they tried to get it to Evanich and threw it away. So the Cards will inbound into Dill. She's double teamed by Evanich and Mason. Tapped away to Treveri, and we're going to get a foul.
I think that was on Elizabeth Mason there.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, folks. We're trying to do the best we can with the fouls. Treveri pushing up the court, shot up, good. It's going to make it 18-5, 6:50, second quarter. Yeah, they're not registering the fouls on any of the scoreboards here. And where we're at, it's very...
Another travel by Evanich.
Yeah, that's...
Coach wants a timeout.
He needs one right now because the way it's going, if they don't get a stop here or something, they need to get some scoring going. This could go really bad really fast.
Well, I know the Lady Dukes are a second half team, but they might have to dip into that here in the second quarter to get something going.
Yeah, they need to start the second half right about now. And these ladies are tough. They persevere. You know, a lot of these teams are, you know, some are 8-9 deep that they do their rotation. And realistically, the Dukes are probably... They play primarily five. They're starting five. They'll rotate in Gill and Mort a little bit here and there, but they go with what they got, so to speak. But Coach Dadulis is very, very good at drawing things up and getting them in the right places. So back on the floor for the Dukes will be Mason, Warner, Evanich, Miller, and Collins. McElroy, Harmon, Treveri, Dill, and Salil for the Cardinals. 6:41 second quarter as Salil will inbound to Dill. Dill's back to Salil. She's looking. She's going to dribble with the left to McElroy, to Treveri, over to Harmon, to Dill. She's going to dribble, spins, pulls it back out to McElroy on the left wing. She's going to back it out to Dill, to Salil on the right wing. She's going to dribble, double teamed, and with an off the ball foul. They called that on Mason. In the corner to Salil. Cross court to Harmon. Back to Salil up top. Over to McElroy on the right wing. Dribbles. Gets it to Treveri. In the corner to Harmon. She dribbles back out. Into Salil. Over to Harmon on the left wing. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mason. As Mason's going to push up the floor, going the other way. She's going to take. Layup is good. Nice take by Elizabeth Mason.
Coast to coast there.
She said, all right, ladies, let's put you on my back and we'll go. She's done that several times throughout this season. Treveri into Salil, looking. She's going to dribble, kicks it out to McElroy in the left side, or the right side, excuse me, to Harmon. Treveri up top to McElroy, to Salil. Inside, nice fake. That is Carly Harmon with the bucket. Makes it 20-7, 4:57, second quarter. Harmon. Warner dribbles, and they're going to call a foul. I believe that's on McElroy.
Yep, number 11.
Oh, on 11, that'd be Treveri.
It's a little extra push there.
So Mason will inbound. She gets it into Evanich. Looks, cross court to Miller. Miller's going to dribble, spins, backs it back out, over to Warner. Warner's going to dribble. She's going to give it off to Evanich. Evanich. Back out to Miller. Miller. Into Evanich. She gets it inside, fakes, kicks it out to Mason. Mason's going to drive to the hoop. Shot no good. Rebounded Evanich. Shot and bucket.
One.
Nice play by Chelsea Evanich. That was a strong take to the hoop. So we've got number 15, Macy Kalina, checking in for the Cards. As Evanich will shoot. Shot up.
Good.
And good. It's going to make it 20-10. Dukes are fighting as Dill will push. Gets it over to Kalina, to Treveri, inside to Robin, and they try to get it to Treveri. She gets tapped away to Kalina, shot no good. So Warner up to Florida Mason, and they're going to get it for travel. That little stutter step.
Well, that's now the third travel by the Lady Dukes.
Got to put the ball on the floor first. As Canfield's coach sees a little bit of momentum by the Dukes, so they're going to take a timeout. .354 second quarter. So we're going to step away for just a few seconds, and we'll be right back. And we're back, folks. 20-10, 3:54 second quarter. 20-10, Lady Cardinals over the Lady Dukes as Dill will bring it across the timeline into the corner to Kalina, to McElroy up top. She's going to dribble, pulls it back out, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, I think number 15 is from Canfield.
Yeah, that's Macy Kalina. So Warner's going to bring it up the backcourt across the center stripe. She's going to dribble. Up to Miller. She fakes. Dribbles, takes, gets it off to Evanich. Evanich kicks it back to Warner. Warner, the top of the circle. She's going to dribble to Collins. Collins is going to drive, pulls it back out to Warner. Hands off to Evanich. Evanich is going to dribble. She goes left side, and she tries to get it to Collins, and just a little bit high for Ava Collins. As the Canfield faithful down there is having a ball underneath that hoop there.
Yep, they definitely traveled for this game.
So McElroy back over to Dill. Dill's going to get it back to McElroy in the corner for three. Bang! 23-10, 2:51, second quarter. As Warner will bring it across the timeline. They called that foul on Chelsea Evanich. Chelsea having a rough game so far, a couple travels and So Dill gets it to McQuiston, to McElroy, back to Dill. Quiston to Dill, to Salil, to McElroy up top. She's going to dribble, spins, gets it off to Kalina. Kalina to Salil. That's Harmon on the right wing to Selena. Or excuse me, Salil to Harmon, to McElroy up top for three. No good, rebounded by Warner. And she's coming the other way, up the floor to Mason. Almost stolen. To Miller in the corner for three. Rims off, no good. Tapped out top to Warner for three. No good. Lady Dukes can't get one to fall right now. As Salia will come across the timeline. Gets it to Dill. To McElroy. Over to Harmon on the left wing. She's going to kick it into the corner to Kalina. Kalina going to dribble. Up top to Harmon. To Salil on the right wing. She's going to dribble, drives, takes, fakes, shot, good. 25-10, 1:20, second quarter. As the Lady Dukes trying to find some life here. Collins on the left wing. Looks. She's going to give it off to Warner. Warner's guarded tightly by Salil. To Mason. Mason's going to fake, drives, takes, spins, shot, no good. Rebounded, and it's going to be Duke ball.
Yep, it's going to stay Lady Duke ball.
Checking back into the game is Treveri. Sitting down is Khalil. Or Kalina. Mason. Collins in the corner to Warner. Up top to Mason. Mason to Miller. Miller dribbles. Tries to get it into Collins and stole it by McElroy. Salil will come the other way. Over to Treveri. To McElroy. To Salil. Inside to Treveri. Back out top to Dill. 18 seconds. Over to Treveri. She's on the left wing, guarded by Mason. Then she gets it to Salil. She's double teamed, tapped away. She's going to get it over to Harmon, back door, blocked by Collins, and they call her for a foul. I don't know, John. I know our job's to be impartial, but that looked a little bit clean there.
It looked clean from up here.
Shot up, and it's no good. Although we are sitting way high above the folks here.
Up in Magic Land.
Yep. Second shot is good. So 26-10. Cards stolen. Retrieved by Collins, up to floor, shot up, no good. So that's how we're going to end the first half, 26-10, as the Lady Cardinals come out on fire. So we're going to take a step away here for a few minutes, and we'll be right back.
The Straggett Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggett Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you'll have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back, folks. We're here at halftime of the OHSAA regional semifinals here in Barberton in a contest between the Marlington Lady Dukes and the Canfield Lady Cardinals.
Well, and right now 26-10, but don't count out Marlington just yet. They're a very good second half team. They love to make adjustments, and they might come out in a complete different defense. They might, find more open threes or, try to get in the paint a little bit more and try to make things happen, because this is a win or go home game, elimination game. You got to leave it all out there.
Well, and, it was just a perfect storm in that first half, as normal plays by like Evanich and Mason, where they got called for traveling, which normally it's second nature move, you know what I mean? You're just going to have those quarters or those halves.
Right, and I think Elizabeth Mason may only have 2 points in the first half.
I believe you're right on that.
And she's a girl that usually is up around the 20-point mark per game. So I expect the...
Well, she has, you're right. She has 4 points because she has 2 and then 2 free throws.
Yep. I expect the Lady Dukes to make some major changes here in the second half and maybe get to the foul line a little bit more, because that was working pretty well. And for the Lady Cards, you just keep doing what you're doing that got you here. They're very impressive in the first half, but they also know what this Marlington Dukes team can do in the second half.
Well,
so they're not going to take their foot off the gas.
Well, if I recall, it kind of had a similar beginning at Marlington when we had that game the beginning of the season this year, and then Marlington came out in the second half and got back on track. So hopefully we have a similar scenario. But you're right about Carrollton. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing. They've been rebounding. They've been attacking the basket, kicking it back out, hitting their threes. As long as they don't get cold in the second half. I mean, and you're up by 16 points, If it's not broke, don't fix it. So we're about 43 seconds away from the start of the third quarter.
I'd like to give a shout out to Anthony Petiti, Organic Greenhouse. They make all kinds of, everything's organic there. One of the only organic greenhouses in the area. They have specialty classes on, how to properly grow anything organically. They have custom classes, edible landscapes. So a little bit of everything from farm to table is kind of their motto.
That's cool. We appreciate you very much. Also,
yep, Struble
water hauling
and trucking.
So here come the Dukes and the Cardinals. Mason, Evanich, Collins, Warner, and Miller. McElroy, Treveri, Dill, Harmon, and Salil, as they get it into the corner to Harmon. Harmon out to McElroy. McElroy to Dill, to Treveri. She's going to dribble. She drives, kicks it off to Harmon, to Salil, to Dill. Dill spins, kicks it out to McElroy. And she's going to travel. Nice defense by the Dukes. That's the way to come out and start the second half. So Mason will walk it up the backcourt. She'll dribble. She goes left. She's going to drive. Takes to the hoop. Shot up. And good.
Nice roll there for
26-12.
her.
Looks like they're going to have Mason.
Yep, and keep Warner off.
So Dill over to Treveri on the left-hand side. To Dill on the right-hand side. To Salil up top. She's going to dribble. Drives. Gets it stolen. Up to Evanich. She's going to dribble. She pulls it up. And she's going to go to Warner. Warner gets it off to Miller. Miller's going to dribble. Backs it, tries to get it to Collins, tapped away, and we're going to have a scrum.
Yep, we're going to have a jump ball. Yep, Lady Duke ball.
So Lady Duke's one inbound on the baseline as Mason will inbound. They're going to get it out to Warner. She's going to fake. She's going to dribble. She's going to drive. Takes to the hoop. Blocked.
Oh, and they got her for a foul there.
So Warner's going to go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2 with 6:44 here in the third quarter. So Warner, first shot, off the rim, no good. Second shot.
Good.
Is good. So that's going to make it 26-13. As Salil is going to drive, kicks it to Treveri. Treveri on the right wing, dumps it inside to McElroy. Blocked by Advantage. Up to Collins. Collins to Warner to Mason. Mason's going to dribble to Collins to Miller. Miller's going to fake. She's going to drive. Spins. Turns. Shot. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. McElroy gets it up to Salil. Salil. Back to McElroy to Dill. Dill over to Salil. Back to Dill up top. Dill's going to dribble. She's looking. Dribbles left. Over to Salil on the right wing. Guarded tightly by Miller. Salil's going to drive. Blocked by Miller. Nice play.
That's 3 blocks here in the second half. Yeah, coach wants a timeout here.
So we've got a timeout on the floor with 5:48 here in the third. As the Lady Dukes are trying to climb back in here, down 26-13. So back on the floor for the Dukes is Evanich, Collins, Mason, Miller, and Warner. Salil, Treveri, Dill, McElroy, and Harmon. Stolen by Warner. Up the floor to Mason. She's going to take to the hoop, and she's going to be blocked.
Yep.
Nice play by the Dukes to get back, or the Cards to get back. So 5:43 here in the third as Mason will inbound. Gets it into Warner. Warner's going to dribble. She's on the left wing to Mason, who gets it back out top. She's guarded by Dill. She's going to take, kicks it off to Warner. Warner's going to drive, takes to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebounded by McElroy. So Salil to Dill. She's going to dribble. Pulls it back out, gets it to McElroy, to Salil, into the corner to Treveri. Treveri dribbles, kicks it off to Salil, to Dill. Dill's going to dribble, spins, takes to the hoop, layup, and she's going to be fouled by Advantage.
I believe that might be Advantage's third foul.
Yes, you are right, John. So shot up, it's good. So that's going to make it 27-13, 5:06 third quarter. Second shot, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Collins. So Collins is going to push, pulls it back out, gives it up to Mason. Mason's going to dribble, kicks it off to Miller. She thought about it. Dribbles, kicks it to Evanich. Evanich on the right wing. He's going to fake. She's going to dribble. Drives down the lane. Pulls up for two. Shot good.
That's her favorite spot on the floor.
27-15, 4:41, third quarter. As Dill is going to dribble, top of the circle. Dumps it inside to Harmon. Gives it off to Salil. She's going to drive. Shot. No good. They call that on Warner.
I believe so.
Like I said, folks, it's really hard as the first shot goes in. It's hard for us to get the fouls as they're not displaying them on the scoreboard. We're trying to get it off the public address announcer, and sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds. Second shot. Rims in and good. So 28-15. But I do have John over here who has great eyesight. He's trying to read fingers down there. So Mason drives to Collins. Pass is stolen by the Cardinals as Dill was going to drive, kicks it off. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Warner. Warner's going to pull up, slows it down. Gives it off to Mason. Mason going to push into the corner to Collins. Back out to Warner, to Evanich. Evanich is going to dribble. Gets it off to Mason. Mason's going to reset up top. Nice pick by Collins. Into the corner to Warner. Warner dribbles. Brings it back up top. Fakes, drives, kicks it off to Mason. Pulls for three. Bang! That's what the doctor ordered right there. 29-18, 3:33 left in the third quarter as shot blocked or no good. Sorry, good shot. Cardinals. Mason, she's going to dribble. She drives, kicks it off to Miller for three. Short, no good. Rebounded by Mason, and they're going to call over the back, I believe, on Mason. So sitting down will be Dill. Checking back into the ball game will be Treveri.
That's one thing the Lady Dukes have not done tonight is had any substitutions.
Nope, they're playing
the
them
whole
straight
game.
up. The Cards have probably rotated, 9 or 10 easily. And they're going to call a foul on the Cardinals.
I think that was number 30.
McElroy. So into the ball game is Kalina, and number 54, Cammie Ritz, will sit down. As Evanich gets it into Warner, guarded by Treveri. She'll come across the center stripe into Mason on the right wing. Mason's going to look. She's going to fake. Dribbles, kicks it over to Miller. Miller thought about it. She's going to bring it back up top. Backs down, drives, takes to the hole. Shot no good. Rebounded by Evanich and one. Nice play by Chelsea Evanich to follow the ball.
Yeah, that's a veteran move there. She could have easily just turned around and jogged down the court and assumed that the Cardinals rebounded, and she ran there, got the rebound, and now she's got a chance for an and one.
So Evanich will go to the free throw line for one, trying to make it a three-point play. Shot up and good.
We got a 10-point game.
2:37, third quarter. Cardinals. As Treveri gets it to Salil. She's going to dribble back over to Treveri. Treveri's going to dribble, drives, pulls it back out, loses it. Collins taps it away. Nice play by Ava Collins. If she doesn't fall down, she's probably headed for a layup. So McElroy guarded by Collins, over to Dill, guarded by Miller, to Salil, inside to Treveri. She's double teamed, kicks it back out to McElroy for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Evanich.
Yep, we got a foul.
Foul was on number 15, Macy Kalina.
That's her second foul.
So Warner, guarded by Treveri, across the center line to Collins, into Mason, over to Warner for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by McElroy. And they're going to call a foul on the Lady Dukes.
That was on Maria Warner. That's her second foul.
So Dill will bring it up the backcourt, across the timeline, gives it off to Salil. Salil's gonna dribble, loses it, picked up by Mason, excuse me. Over to Miller, back to Mason. Nice play by Elizabeth Mason to get the ball. 31-21, 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Kicks it off to Miller. Miller's gonna drive, shot, and good.
Yep, and one.
Nice drive by Lexi Miller.
As
it's an 8-point ball game, hoping to make it 7.
As you hear the Marlington fans come alive on the opposite side here.
As they're making a makeshift 6-man down here underneath the basket. Miller, shot up.
Good.
It was good. We got a ball game, folks, 31-24. Salil gonna dribble. Dukes come out in the full court press as Treveri's gonna push it. Cross court to Dill. Dill kicks it back to Salil in the corner. Back up top to Dill. To Harmon. Harmon's looking. Over to McQuiston. To Dill up top of the circle. Inside to Salil. She's going to take it down. Back out to McQuiston for three. Off the rim. No good. It's going to be
Duke ball.
And here we go, folks. 40 seconds. 31-24. Lady Dukes with the possession. As Evanich will get it into Warner. 38 seconds. Guarded by Treveri. Over to Mason. Mason's going to drive. Takes to the hoop. Shot. No good. Rebounded by... It's going to be a jump ball.
Yep.
Possession goes to the Cardinals. So Salia will inbound on the baseline.
Looks like we're going to get ready to have our first substitution for the Lady Dukes.
So Mason's going to sit down, and Allie Gill comes into the ball game.
As well as Zoe Mort for
Evanich. Trying to get them a little bit of a breather here.
Yep, get them ready for the fourth quarter.
Plus, I'm sure Coach will give them a little extra instruction. So Treveri to Dill, back to Treveri, to Salil, to Dill, to Harmon. Harmon's going to dribble, gets it over to Treveri.
10 seconds.
To McElroy for three. Bang! 4 seconds left in this ball game, or in this quarter. Wow. And that'll be no good, and that's how we're going to end the third quarter. 34-24, Lady Dukes are scrapping. They fought back. They had it down to 7.
Yeah, it seems like they can only get about to 10 or 7 at this point, but
well,
they fought back in this game.
Still got another quarter to go, and I'll tell you what, it seems like the Dukes are starting to get a little bit of a rhythm. They've kind of figured some things out, so hopefully they continue that into the fourth quarter. But we've got a battle now.
Well, Lady Dukes are not going to go quietly away here, as the Cardinals know all too well.
Well, and you said earlier the Dukes are a second half team, and they're proving it right now by coming out and getting back into this ball game. So they've definitely done that by reducing the lead by 5 points. They're down at a 10-point. They trail by 10 points. So as we prepare for the start of the fourth quarter here, getting some last final instructions. It'll be Mason, Collins, Warner, Miller, and Evanich. Treveri, McElroy, Harmon, Dill, and Salil. As it's suddenly become a little bit loud in here. So the Dukes will get the ball. As Mason will inbound, she'll get it to Warner. She'll dribble to Mason. Guarded by Dill to Warner for three, blocked. As it's going the other way. McElroy pulls up, gets it to Salil, to Dill. She's going to get it to Harmon. Back up top to Salil, to Treveri on the left wing. She's going to drive, spins, kicks it out to Salil.
Almost loses it.
Salil going to spin. Tapped away by Collins to McElroy, to Dill for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Salil. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Mason. Mason's going to push. This is her style. She's going to pull up. Nothing there, so she brings it back out to Miller. Over to Warner. Warner dribbles left, looks. Gets it to Evanich. Evanich to Mason. Mason on the right side. To Collins. Collins to Miller. Miller to Evanich to Warner on the right wing. 6:41 to Collins to Mason. Mason's going to dribble.
Oh, nice.
Drives, takes it to the hoop. Shot good. 8-point ball game. 6:31 left in this ball game. 34-26. As Dill will dribble, gives it off to McElroy. To Harmon, to Treveri on the left wing. Treveri going to dribble, spin.
Stolen
by Collins. Picked up by Mason to Warner. Warner's going to bring it up. She's looking. Gives it off to Miller. Miller backs in. She's going to take. Shot, no good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. So Dill's going to bring it up the backcourt. Across the center stripe. Back to McElroy. To Treveri on the right wing. Back to Salil. Left side to Dill. Back up top to Salil. Over to Harmon on the right wing. She looks. Back up top. Salil is going to dribble. She was cut off by Mason advantage.
We got to travel.
Travel. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout, so we'll step away for just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. And we're back, folks. Here at Barberton, Straga Media Network, for the OHSAA Regional Semifinal, Lady Dukes of Marlington and the Lady Cardinals of Canfield. Canfield leads 34-26 with 5:35 left in this ball game. At one point, the Lady Cardinals led by 15, but the Lady Dukes have scrapped, and they're down, have it down to 8. As Evanich will inbound. She will get it into Warner. Warner coming up the backcourt, across the center stripe. She'll hand off to Collins. Collins to Mason, fakes, drives, takes, dumps it off, stolen by Dill. She's pushing the other way. She pulls it back up to Salil, to McElroy. To Salil, to Harmon. Harmon fakes, drives, takes to the hoop, shot, no good, rebounded by Mason. Mason's coming the other way. She's gonna push. She's guarded and gives it to Collins, back out to Warner. Warner to Collins, to Evanich. Evanich fakes, dribbles, pulls up for two, shot no good. Rebounded by Cardinals. As Dill will walk it up the backcourt, 4:44 left in this ball game. Salil to Treveri. She's on the left wing. She looks, dribbles back up top, gets it over to Dill, to Salil. Salil to Dill, to Treveri in the corner. To Harmon up top. To McElroy in the left wing. That's going to be Harmon. Back up top to McElroy. She's going to fake, pulls it back out to Salil. They're trying to get the three on the wings. Dumps it inside to Harmon.
Blocked.
Shot blocked. Oh, and they're going to get Evanich with the foul.
Yeah, she's got 4 personal fouls there, so 4:08 left in the game. She's going to have to be real careful.
You may see a little bit of offense, defense here in a little bit. If shot up, that's good. Second shot is good.
Back to a 10-point lead.
4:08 here in this ball game as Mason brings it up the backcourt. She's across the center stripe. She's going to push, kicks it off to Collins. Collins is going to dribble to Evanich. Evanich is going to spin, kicks it out to Warner for three. Off the back of the rim, off the top of the backboard, no good. As Dill will walk it up the backcourt, 3:41 left in this ball game. To McElroy, to Salil. As the Dukes come out in a man-to-man, tipped away by Miller. Over to Salil, guarded by Mason. McElroy to Harmon. To Dill. Back over to Salil, in the corner to McElroy, up top to Salil. To Dill on the right wing. She's going to fake, she's going to dribble, kicks it back out. Whoa.
Getting a little physical down there.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on that. She threw the forearm. So Dill to Harmon. Over to McElroy. McElroy turns, almost stolen by Mason. To Salil, to McElroy, to Harmon for three. Bang. 39-26, 2:39. It's not what they wanted there.
Well, they took about a minute and a half off the clock and hit a three. That's the two biggest things you don't want.
Some Collins back to Mason. She's going to dribble over to Warner. Warner's going to fake, dribbles. She's going to give it off to Miller. Miller's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, shot up, no good, and she'll be fouled. .2:15 left in this ball game. Lady Dukes trail 39-26. Regardless how the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds go of this ball game, this has been a battle. So Miller, shot up, is good. So sitting down will be number 10, Emma Rubin. As Miller takes second shot, rims off, no good. So Collins guarding Dill. Pushes up, almost stolen by Collins. As it is, stolen by the Lady Dukes. We got a scramble, and they're gonna say it's Dukes or Cardinal ball.
No, it's Duke ball.
Oh, wait, they changed
He
it.
changed his mind.
So Marlington will take a timeout. We'll stay here with 1:59 left in the ball game. Dukes need a couple shots here. Be nice to get a couple threes. As they trail 39-27, 1:59 left in this ball game. Again, this is the Straggett Media Network. We are here at the Barberton High School for the OHSAA Regional Semifinals. So Mason will inbound into Warner. Warner's going to dribble. She comes across the center stripe, guarded by Treveri. Over to Collins. Over to Mason. Mason's going to dribble. She's going to back down, takes to the hoop. Shot, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Cardinals as Treveri will bring it up the backcourt. Across the timeline. Over to McElroy. To Treveri, to Harmon, to Dill, as Collins tips it away, stolen by Advantage. She's going to push up over to Warner. 1:16 left in this ball game. Warner's going to dribble. She's going to kick it out to Miller. She's going to fake. Off to Warner. Pulls for three. Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dill. 1 minute left in this ball game. 39-27 as Collins will foul Dill. Checking into the ball game will be Allie Gill and Zoe Mort. Elizabeth Mason and Chelsea Evanich will sit down. So Gill will foul as they're playing the foul game now with 53.2 seconds as Mason and Evanich will check back in. And Mort and Gill will sit back down. Plan executed. Now they just need the Cardinals to miss at the free throw line. Shot up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mason. Mason's gonna push. 50 seconds. Up to Warner. Over to Evanich for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Treveri. As she will be fouled, maybe a little excessively by Collins there.
Yeah, I think she kind of held on to her while she was while she was sliding down.
Yeah, I think the refs.
Yeah, they saw that.
They saw that. It wasn't intentional that she was trying to drag her down, so they didn't get her a flagrant on that. So Treveri will shoot. Shot up. It was good. 40-27. 39.9 seconds left in the game. Second shot. Rims off. Evanich with the rebound. Up to Warner. Warner's going to push. She dribbles. Gets it off to Mason. Mason's going to back down to Evanich for three. Bang! That's going to make it 30-40. Lady Duke's still fighting.
Yeah, 29 seconds left. 10 points. That's a hard feat to tie it up.
As Evanich will sit down and Gill will check back into the ball game. They need Evanich on the offensive end, and she has 4 fouls at this point, so she can't foul anybody. And that'll be the plan at this point, I'm sure. .5 seconds, 40-30, Lady Dukes trail. They're still battling, but it's a tall task at this point. I'll tell you what, there's several times in this game that the Lady Dukes could have gave up, and they didn't. And for what it's worth, that's all about heart right there. Wouldn't you say, John?
Yep, you got to keep fighting.
So Warner, Mason, Gill, Miller, and Collins. Salil, Harmon, Dill. Up the floor, and 21 seconds. Churchberry to Salil. So Evanich will check back in, and Gill will sit back down. 15.9 seconds left. As Harmon and Rubin will exit. McQuiston and Kalina will come in. Salil, shot up, is good. 41-30, 15.9 seconds left in the game. Second shot, no good, rebounded by Evanich. Up the floor, she's gonna push. She's gonna dribble. She's gonna get it over to Miller. Miller gonna drive, takes, loses it, and she's gonna be fouled.
Yep.
4.4 seconds. So Lexi Miller will go to the free throw line. Salil will sit down, and Cammie Ritz will come into the ball game for the Cardinals. Miller shoots. It's good.
Good. Back to a 10-point game.
31. Second shot is good.
Ooh,
stolen by Mason. Shot up, no good. And that's how the ball game's going to end, as the Canfield Cardinals will advance 41-31. I'll tell you what, John, it's really been a pleasure to be able to follow this Lady Duke team.
Yeah, we got a chance to follow them all season long and then into the tournament where they made a deep run and where they were district champs this year, first time ever in program history. So that's nothing to shake a stick at.
And that's a pretty cool thing down there by McElroy. She hugs Warner and Mason.
Well, they know that they would do the same thing, vice versa, and they've played each other, and it's a good rivalry.
Oh yeah, well, and Warner and Mason, their careers are going to continue on to the next level. Careers here at Marlington, but I'll tell you what, I feel for them. Falling in the regional semifinals, it's not the way you play it out in your mind.
No, you always want to go all the way, but they have made history this year.
Absolutely.
And they are still a great program. And
I'll tell you what, they raise these kids right over here in Marlington.
Right, and it's just always hard when it finally is your last game that you're going to be donning that uniform, no matter what team you're on. When the game's over and that's it, you know.
Yep.
And
It doesn't matter what level you're at or anything. I agree with you 100%. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for all this. We've had a great time following Marlington this season. And folks, be proud of your team because they had a great season. So I'm going to thank John Taggart and the rest of the gang for coming on with us today. Again, Marlington falls to Canfield. Until next time, folks, have a great deal.